Welcome back to Creative Tien channel. Today we are going to do another machine knitting stitches on the LK150 knitting machine. This one has a curved line with an open background. I'm not sure the name of the stitch. I will just call it S curved line. And this is done by transferring the stitches into different positions. And the open work background is done by putting the needles to the out of work position. That's a A position. So we will start with a simple one and we will try some variations. The simple curved S line takes only 4 stitches. And you can repeat this as many times as you like. Here I will have 4 stitches in the center of each 10 stitch section, so I have total of 30 stitches, but the pattern will be only in the center 4 stitches. So I will have 3 repeats. And I already started a few rows of stockinette stitches. I'm going to have the first 4 stitches centered on the dot here, so it will be 2 stitches on each side, and it's the same for the other 2 repeats. The others are just background stitches. You don't have to make it into 10 stitch section. You can make the background stitch larger or smaller. First we have to set up the stitch to create the open lines in the background. First I'm going to transfer the left stitch to the right. It depends on you want to start from the left side or right side. You can transfer stitch differently. For example, for this one I'm going to start with a line from the right side. So first I'm going to transfer from left 2 stitches to the right 2 stitches. And the empty needle goes to A position, the out of work position. And I'm going to do the same for the other 2, so we keep it consistent. Transfer 2 stitches, empty needle go back to A. And we knit 1 row. And you can see we create some lines already. And I want to do it one more time. We have 2 stitches on the right, and I will move the one close to the middle to the one close to the outside, the 4th stitch. And again, the empty needle go back to A. And here it's the same. The 3rd stitch, transfer to the 4th stitch, and empty needle go back to A. Transfer, empty needle back to A. Now we have the line on the right side from the back view. Now we can start the repeat. And I'm going to knit 6 rows. You can adjust that to make it more rows or less rows. It will just be different curved line. And I will try 6 rows for now. Now I'm going to transfer the 4th stitch to the 1st stitch all the way to the left. Transfer to the 1st empty needle on the left. And again, all the empty needle back to A. So we'll have 3 stitches in the A position. And we'll repeat the same here. And we'll need 6 rows. Now you can see the pattern start to form. And we'll just keep repeating that, transferring all the way to the right, knit 6 rows, and then transferring back to the left, knit 6 rows. So now we'll transfer to the right, the 4th stitch, and all other needles back to A. And 6 rows. And then go back to left. Sometimes you have to adjust the tension and pick the right yarn, because I'm sure some will be a little too tight. You can continue as long as you like to make the curved line. And when you are ready, you can finish up by doing the reverse. Now I have the line on the left side, so I want to increase stitch next to that. Pick up the bar, the horizontal line from the stitch below, and hand it to the next stitch. So there will be 2 empty needles in the A position. The same here. Now we can knit 1 row. And now we can fill up the last 2 empty stitches. I will just pick up the horizontal bar in the next stitch. So this one goes to the left empty needle, and this stitch I pick up the bar, the line, and hand it to the right empty needle. And these 2 stitches will be in the B position. And the same here. Pick up the horizontal bar, hand it to the left needle, the right side. And here is the same. Now we'll just need a few rows to finish it up. Now we are going to do some variations. Instead of the 4 stitches, I'm going to need 6 stitches, so it's wider. And the line, I'm going to make it 2 lines curving together. So I'm going to do 6 stitch here, and the 6 stitch here. So we have 3 stitch on either side of this mark, 10 and 0. And you can decide how wide apart you want the 6 stitches. And this time I'm going to make it symmetrical, so it creates an interesting pattern together. First, I'm going to do some transfer to make the stitch to one side. And for the left one, I'm going to move it to the left side. The right one, I'm going to move it to the right side. So I'm going to use my 3-prong transfer tool. Transfer my right 3 stitches to the left 3 stitches first. And 3 empty needles go back to A, non-working position. And the right side, I transfer the left 3 to the right 3. An empty needle go back to A. So it's like that. Now we can knit 1 row. And then continue our transfer. Since I want to have 2 lines as a C-curve curving line, so I only need to transfer 1 more. I just use a 1-prong transfer to outside. So this side I transfer to the left. Empty needle back to A. And on this side I'm going to transfer it to the right. Empty needle back to A. So I have 4 empty needles on each side. And now we can start our pattern repeat. Again, you can decide how many rows you want between the transfer. I will stick with 6 rows. Now I'm using my 2-prong tool to transfer from the right to the left, and on this side from left to the right. So you have to play a little bit around the tension and different yarns. Some can get too tight. You just need to try some samples. For the left side, transfer to the right, and all empty needles back to A. So we still have 4 empty needles for each pattern. And we need 6 more rows. Now we just keep repeating the transfer and 6 rows until the length you like. So now the line goes to left, we want to move it to the right. And need 6 rows. You can see the pattern. And I'll do it one more time. Transfer toward the center. And need 6 rows. I'll transfer one more time. So you can see this one creates a stronger line because it has 2 lines together compared to the first part. Now we are going to finish up. We can do the reverse of the beginning. Start by adding stitches back. And the easy way is to just pick up the horizontal bars in the next stitch and place to the empty needle. Here, place to the empty needle. So there'll be 2 stitches increased. And the same on the left side. Those needles you can push out if you want, or place in the B position. And there will be still 2 empty needles in the A position. Now after knitting 2 rows, we'll do the next increase. Pick up the horizontal bar and place to the next empty needle. So we pick up the horizontal bar and place to the next empty needle. So that should finish up all the increase, and we can knit a few rows and bind off. So that's the front side. You can see the curved S line. And this is the 4-stitch version. It's a smaller S line. And I really like the double curved line better. It's almost like a cable. And I'm sure it will look better after you give a steam blocking. And this is the back side. Thank you so much for watching my video, and see you next week.